for a February event, 131 anglers. We had a PayPal issue, somebody had to back out last night. When I posted 132, we ended up with 131, which is absolutely amazing. I made a projected TOC payout earlier in the season, and I used 120 as an average, and we broke that for our first event. So, good start to the year. This is our annual opening event. We've tried to go elsewhere. We ran into ice and snow issues and small lake issues and 40-mile-an-hour wind issues, so we decided we're coming back home to Norman a couple years ago. I have no reason to ever change this. This lake shows out in the winter. I think if the winter scares you, this is a lake you should want to fish, and we'll look at the rest of the standings later to verify that. But I do want to bring up Todd Sides. This is his annual event. He is the presenting sponsor. That's it? You don't want to speak? I'm good. All right, so Todd's probably exhausted and cold to his core. If you are looking to purchase or sell a home in the Charlotte area, North Carolina area, please reach out to Todd. He is our club sponsor, our club realtor. So huge shout out to him. Dan from Net Financial was here earlier. He was just here very early, so he had to leave. But it was nice to see Dan. Dan brought raffle prizes for the people who won raffle prizes at the expo. So that was awesome. Good to see him and his kids, his son. And we're gonna get to business. So I got a few messages yesterday. Can we move the launch time? The reason we launched at 7:30 is twofold. We usually launch late in the winter. There's really no need. You're not getting a topwater bite at 6 a.m. So there's really no need to be out there when it's even colder. And I knew the boats would take it off at 7:30. So I was kind of hoping they would get out of your way rather than you be sitting in the middle of the channel going to your spot when they blast off. So hopefully that worked out. Hopefully you didn't run into too much traffic. I actually didn't receive any complaints about you all or from you about them today. So that's pretty cool. I know the hook setters, I think that's what they were, had their championship today. So I don't know how that went. I know there was a hybrid tournament today, and I know there was at least one other club tournament and a winter trail. So a lot going on the lake, but you guys proved that you can catch them no matter what the conditions are. We ended up with 131. We judged 354 fish. I would venture to say that over 500 fish were probably caught today. 354 submitted into the app. A lot of calls. There were a few anglers. I was judging half-inch upgrades, quarter-inch upgrades all day long. So I know those people caught a lot of fish. We had 41 limits come across the board today, which is a good amount. I didn't place a wager, but somebody last night told me there'd be no more than 20 limits. And I said, I don't think you've been around Queen City long enough. And we had 41. So we did have 35 skunks. We have 23 teams currently. I have to be loud. The boss says I have to be loud.
Does this help at all? No? Yes? No? Talking please? Ooh.
Nope, I'm just going to talk louder. We had 23 teams so far. The team division will stay open for the first 4 events. So if you are interested in jumping in that, you're not going to miss anything. It's just going to, one of your drops will be counted already for Lake Norman. So that payout structure that I posted is for 23 teams. But if we get any more, all that money will go straight towards the championship. Today, I'm going to start with our team winner, since we're talking about it. And our team division is going to pay $150 per event. And today, going home with $150, we have Mr. Tim Fitz and Landon Smith. Where's Ryan? Yeah, so we're going to get a picture. So, you guys know we expanded this year into 3 divisions. If you see, we have a South Division banner that's always going to be up here. So if you are somebody who feels you belong in the South Division, that's where you're representing. Always feel free to take a picture about the South. We have our West banner, then we have our main series. These actually showed up last night at the venue, at the hotel. So a little bit wrinkled, but I think they look amazing. They're bigger and better than ever. Couple Jasons designed them. Jason Lowe from the club and a Jason up in Pennsylvania, and I think they did a great job. So team division, I don't need to be in it. Get a good picture.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see you. Can you tell me the team total? They had 73 inches. All right, we're gonna do our small bass winner today. Mr. Alex Sterling with an 8.75 incher is going home with $230. Alex, get a picture over there by the banners. I don't know where Mary just went. We have a brand new small bass sponsor this year, Aaron's Baits. Aaron Miller is an angler in the club. He comes whenever he gets the opportunity to come. But Alex turned a pretty bad day of fishing into $230, so that'll pay for his next two events. So give it up for Alex. So, did I say 46 people went in that? 46 people went in the small bass. That's pretty cool. We had a 9-incher submitted, we had a 9 1/4, and a 10-incher. So we're giving an extra free entry away today because we had an angler who registered, didn't want a refund, and wanted his money to go towards somebody in the club. So we added a 16th paying spot today. I'm gonna say that one more time. A 16th paying spot. I think that's pretty impressive, and I hope anglers are happy about that. In 16th place, with 64 1/4 and a free entry into the Yadkin YOLO on March 4th, Mr. Champ himself, Joey Randall. I didn't see Joey make it in. But Joey's gonna go home with a free Yadkin YOLO. And we have some people from the pit here, hopefully not to yell at us too much. Do you need anything? Yes, please. It's just loud. Thanks, guys. Perfect. Thank you. All right, maybe I don't have to yell as loud now. In 15th place, also going home with a free Yadkin YOLO with 64 3/4 inches, and his big fish was 18.5, Mr. Yi Hang. We're not going to get our shoulder shrug pictures today because they didn't make it back to weigh-in, but in 14th place, also with 64 3/4 inches, with a big fish of 19 inches, Mr. John House going home. Going home with a smooth 100 today. So John, I do want to come over and take a picture with you because I know you're probably a little bit excited. Yeah, it's okay to get your first catch. Congrats. Let's get into it.
1, 2.
Yeah. Give it up for John one more time.
Way to go, House!
Todd, I won't bother you now, but for the first three, you're getting these pictures. And that's that, the 8 score. In 13th place, brand new to the club, with 64 3/4 inches for a 3-way tiebreak, with tiebreak being won by a 19.25 incher. Going home with $152, Mr. Mike Self. Welcome to Queen City.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to somewhere where it's not going to have 18 inches of snow every day you wake
You're
up.
ice fishing back there.
Take a picture, man.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So Mike's from Michigan. We know a little bit of the same people. One of my fellow native teammates, Chris, lives up in Michigan, and Patrick, who makes our tin tags, they know each other. So by virtue of them, he found his way to Queen City, and here he is taking our money already. So good job, buddy. In 12th place with 65 3/4, going home with $162, Mr. Bennett Nall. I've been warned about Bennett that he's going to take our money all year. I think he might have a target on his back in the South Division, but here he is up at Lake Norman. How old are you, Bennett? 19. You just lost to a 19-year-old. One of a few 19-year-olds who are going to take your money today.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congrats, buddy. Good job. Anything you want to say?
Not really.
Bennett's pretty new to the club. He fished in in South Carolina. He ran with the Palmetto crew last year. I met Bennett at one of the BASS events, I believe it was, down on Harvard. In 11th place with 66 inches. These are solid bags. Going home with $172, Mr. Ben McCoy. Hey Ben, how old are you, Ben?
19.
Woo! The tides are changing, ladies and gentlemen. My beard's getting grayer. These kids ain't even old enough to be here. Good job, anything you want to say? Good job.
Thank you.
I don't know, Ben.
I can't grow one.
But welcome to the club.
Thank you.
All right, let's get away some hardware. Those of you who are watching, those of you who are brand new, Queen City gives a framed certificate for 4th through 10th and hardware for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, team, small bass, big bass, and elite. So sitting in 10th place, going home with a framed certificate with 67¼ inches, worth $192, Mr. Logan Talbot. Logan didn't make it back. I'm gonna show it off because this is the first batch going out, and I think they came really nice this year. I hope they're watching because I got my push. Ha! Goodyear says thank you. All right, sitting in 9th place. Can you send a text? Oh. Sitting in 9th place with 67½ inches, worth $228. I have a feeling he might be pretty excited too. Mr. Wes Richardson. Check him out on YouTube. Hit the bell, hit subscribe, hit the like, do all the stuff they want you to do to YouTubers. Get it, boy! First cash?
Yeah.
First cash.
Yes.
Congrats. Let's get a picture and you're coming up here to talk. You're too.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He needs it. He needs it. We're gonna come up here and tell us about your day. Let's get you live. Let's get you live.
Okay. I'll keep it short. I'm a little nervous. I've been watching our club stand up here for 2 years now. It's the first time I've been able to stand up here, so appreciate Queen City. But yeah, practice was hit or miss. 2 days with 65 to 70 inches and 2 days with 1 fish each. And so today I was like, just get a limit and stick to what you know. Caught a limit within, I think, the first hour and a half, and then I tried to follow Bryce around, figure out what he was doing. Couldn't catch anything where he was catching. So I went back to my spot, caught 19 and a half late, and then on the way in 17¾ and yeah, so.
Well, thanks for being a part of the club. Thanks for always featuring us in your YouTube videos. Thanks for being committed. You're in the team division. That's awesome, and I hope you had a good time. And congrats on your first catch, boys. Woo! So listen, I say it often, but I know there's a lot of new faces in here and a lot of new faces hopefully watching online. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. So you get up here and you want to thank anybody, you want to just talk about your day, you just want to stand here and look pretty for StreamYard, then come up here and look good because it's your moment. So I know he's excited. I threw him on the spot and he's nervous, but your first cash in a club this size, it should mean something to you. We're all out here because we want to win, and you know, last year Bryce got his cash down at Hartwell and he was jacked. He couldn't even talk to me, but he was jacked. And now Wes got his, so awesome stuff, awesome stuff. In 8th place with 67¾ going home with $273, Mr. Wyatt Hammond. Wyatt didn't make it back. I was joking with Wyatt a little bit this morning. I think he was trying to hit every deduction possible in the rule sheet. He had a hand under the gill, he had a hand covering the eye, he had an open mouth. I was like, dude, you're killing me. But he ended up doing really well, 67¾ almost $300. New angler to the club. Congrats, Wyatt. 7th place, taking advantage of his big team portion today with 68 inches. 68 and 7th. Lake Norman showed out. Going home with $329, Mr. Landon Smith. you come talk about your day? I know you will, sir.
Ready?
Wait a second, forgot. Hey, we're good.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
Not Landon's first cash, but we're gonna give him the screen anyway.
All right, so frustrating this day, even though it ended up good. Had nothing for about 2.5 hours. Caught 2 on back-to-back casts. Nothing for about 2.5 more hours. Caught 2 in about 5 minutes. Nothing since that. It was just about it. It was 4 fish all day. 4 fish on the boat all day. I got lucky, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was cold, so appreciate you guys.
68 inches, good bag, good way to start the year. It's
Yes, sir.
nice, 285 or so points, and team win, so things are rolling in the right direction.
Trying.
Good
JC
job.
part 2.
Good job. Appreciate you. Congrats. So not only is Landon an angler here, he is also a sponsor here at Queen City, and he also actually just helped raise a lot of money for the Emerald School of Excellence through his gym. So Landon's going to be doing a lot of reps tomorrow for the Emerald School of Excellence. Am I able to say what you donated? They donated almost $3,000 to the school throughout the last. And if you have no idea what the Emerald School of Excellence is, that's the CEO over there. She can tell you all about it. We do our annual charity event for that school. So we can talk about that later if you have any questions. In 6th place, quarter-inch difference, 68 1/4, going home with $415, Mr. Caleb Crawford. I know you're excited.
Oh, yeah.
I know you are. Well, let's talk first, and then we'll send you over there to get a picture. So first cash, yes?
Yeah,
You
first
fished?
time I ever fished one.
How many events have you fished with us?
2 years.
2 years.
This is my 3rd year, so
And your first cash? Start
Yeah.
off the year at
Yeah.
N3.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm super excited.
Tell us about it.
Today was a weird day. Like first 5 minutes, I caught a fish on an A-rig. Bite kind of died. Finessed around a little bit. Caught a couple more. Went in a pocket this afternoon and decided to pick up a crankbait. Caught an 18-incher, and
Nice.
that made the difference.
That'll do
So I'm super excited.
Hey, man, like I said, big points, big money.
Yeah.
Congrats. Let's go get a picture. Give it up for Caleb.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it.
All right, we're in that top 5. It's not easy to be here at the Queen City event, especially with 131 anglers today, but this name should not surprise you, although I'm not sure I saw him, but we'll find out. 70 inches, the old magic number, and a big bass of 21 1/4, going home with a total of $812, Mr. Austin Hammertime Bang. There he is. This guy don't stop. Like, we used to say he's on fire, but it's just natural.
Hey, I'm just fishing, man.
He's just fishing. He's just fishing. Congrats. We got to get you the brand new, and we're going to show this one off. Check this out before you leave. These are the new Catch products, Big Bass trophies. It says about a 6-inch medallion.
That's cool.
Sponsored by Net Financial this year, and Austin is going to be the only angler in the country to have one of these right now. So his big bass came pretty late in the day, correct? And propelled you to go home with $800. Slide up. No, there's no lights on this one. There's no dollar bills flying on this one. We're keeping the lights for the TOC and for when Joey goes live with me. But tell us about your day, man. No. Let me guess, you caught him on a shaky head.
Yeah, same thing about last year.
Oh, Ned rig today. Good deal. Well, good job.
Yeah, I was on fish all day. I can only fish one area. Once it got warmer and the wind started picking up, I just pitched it up. And I went fish docks now, switch wind with low in. That's what I ran.
Nice, that's a big fish. Is that your personal best spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a giant spot.
They
Bought it in front of the motor. Even better. Well, let's get a picture. Austin's going to be representing representing North Carolina at the Bassmaster Kayak Championship on Chickamauga. So let's hope this is some momentum, help them bring home the big money.
1, 2, 3.
You getting all three back?
Yes.
All right. 4th place. Although a lot of money, you might be upset that you're just getting a frame certificate. With 70 1/4, going home with $745. The reigning champ of this event, Mr. Mark Wilkins. Not a bad day, buddy. Following up last season. Thanks, kid. Congrats. Tell us about your day.
Well, I did my usual thing, fished, I like to fish around the bridges. I probably stayed within a 75-yard radius. I caught one bass after another until about 2 o'clock. Then I just had to weed through them and ended up with a decent bag. And that was about it.
You just hurt so many people's feelings. I could feel like the whole place just went through.
The big ones weren't there.
So Mark had a very, I think all of his fish were 17 1/2 inches. Maybe one 17 3/4. So all day I'm checking to make sure they're not the same fish. And Mark was a favorite going into this event. He's a wintertime hammer. He's probably a year-long hammer, but we only see him in the winter. So wintertime hammer with Queen City, and I know he was looking to go back-to-back, but I would say 1st and 4th is a pretty good run. So congrats. Will we see you any more this year? Any less?
Yeah, a couple more times.
Couple more times?
Yeah,
Cool. Let's go get
I'll be a Kiwi.
Oh, Kiwi, Southwestern Division.
Yeah.
Western Division in South Carolina.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
Good job, buddy. All right, let's get to the hardware. We're not there yet. 3rd place. Tom, we're gonna need you for these pictures. I'll step out of these pictures. You're a good looking dude. In 3rd place, going home with $973, with 71 3/4, a Lake Norman favorite, Mr. Melvin Yang. I had to convince Melvin it was worth paying his membership this week. I said, if you're on fish, buddy, you think you're gonna win one, this will be the time to spend that little $45. Congrats. Tell us about your day. I know you're not a man of many words.
Oh, not much. I just stuck out to what I did on last Saturday. I figured I was going to stick to like 10 feet or less.
Shallow fishing all
I
day.
just stuck to 10 feet or so. I look like an idiot running because they're about that deep, but I stuck shallow all day.
We'll see how much one of the anglers coming up here wants to talk, but I don't know. I hear they were catching them pretty shallow. Some pictures I saw today, right off the side of the kayak was the sand. So I don't know. I think the fish might have been shallow
They
today.
were probably the biggest ones I caught today was around 3.
Nice.
All wacky sequence.
Wacky rig and a jig. Two year-long things. Well, good job. Almost $1,000. Take a picture with Mr. Todd, and we'll see you at the next one. Give it up for Melvin one more time. All right, 2nd place. This year we are 1,000 guaranteed for 2nd, minimum. Today, $1,176 with a total of 72 1/4 inches. Calls Indiana home, but he's residing in Tennessee now at school. Another kid beat up on you all today, Mr. Jackson Orr. Congrats, buddy. Tell us about your day.
Day was good. Obviously, started off very good. Caught at 19 1/4 within like the first 10 minutes, I think.
I think it was like 3 minutes.
And then right after that, lost the biggest spot I ever hooked. So very frustrating. But bounced back. I actually kind of was sight fishing the first half of the day, and then the second half of the day, going out with live stuff and catching.
Nice.
It was fun.
So tell us about, we don't have a huge travel crowd. I know you're fishing in college now, and you're on the national scene. So what's your year look like this year?
Yeah, this year I'm going to fish all the Obies, the Bass Master events, and whatever Queen City events I
should overschedule on all OBs and bass.
And KBF.
Oh, geez. So you're all over the place. So we'll be on Santee with Hobie, and we'll be on Hartwell with Bass. So we'll see you at least 2 more times. And congrats on your big win. And we're gonna get a picture with Todd. Give it up for Jax. All right, that was his first Queen City event. He said he didn't jump into double dips on Santee and Norman. So his first Queen City event going on with almost $1,200. In first place, starting the year exactly how he ended 2022. Taking home first place for 2,000 plus the elite side pot for another 675 with a monster bag of 73 3/4, Mr. Chris Grayfield. Woo! This dude. It is not easy to not just win 2 Queen City events, but to do it back to back with huge fields, huge limits, and huge payouts. Congrats, buddy. Get on here. This is Facebook. It's this thing they have. It's like social media. That's what everybody talks to me through, except you.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Started out moving baits today. Shallow, wasn't really working out. Got one good one. About 11, I went out super deep. Caught a limit out there deep. And then luckily I rode the wind up into some pockets I've never been in. Started fishing shallow again. And I think in like the last 90 minutes, I got 3 upgrades, but they were good upgrades. So, you know, if you finally think you have a chance, that's when you get pretty damn nervous. So the last 2 or 3 hours were tough. It worked out.
Well, great work. You ended Santee with a win last year for over $2,000. You're going home with almost $2,700 today. If you fish 7 main trail, you punch your ticket to the TOC on Lake Wiley. I imagine you're going to fish because you're actually in the team division this year with our 10 guy over there. How do you do?
You can't tell.
We got rid of one Chris to get another Chris.
So, yeah, man, congratulations. I do want to show these off to the StreamYard fam. Tim is making these. Tim is in here right now. He was up here with the team division. I think these are the sickest plaques we've ever done, ever. So these are gonna have to stay around. The detail is just phenomenal. And then our standard first place metallic. And Chris, go get a picture of Mr. Todd Sides and sleep on that pile of money tonight. Give it up for the champ. So I got to thank a bunch of people. I got to start with you all. I appreciate you calling Queen City home. I'm grateful to be here, 9 years strong now, and I don't see us going anywhere. So let's keep having fun. Let's continue to be a Queen City family, like we say on Facebook. Competitive but fun at the same time, I think is the key. These weigh-ins, I know you guys who are watching me can't see how many people are behind the camera right now, but there's at least 60. So I think that's pretty awesome. That 60 people went out of their way and spent 2 hours they didn't need to spend hanging out with Mary, myself, and Ryan, and Ezzy, of course, because she's working. So I think that's great. I got to give a huge shout out to Todd Sides for bringing us back to Norman every February. Again, if you're looking in the housing market, buying or selling, please hit up Todd. If you're in the area, I got to give a huge shout out to Visit Mooresville for having us. They hook us up to the venue here at the pit. I love this room. I know the walk up here is not ideal, especially for me with all this stuff, but this room is amazing. I love this room. I love the space. You guys have your own little area. We have the banner area. So huge shout out to Visit Mooresville and the pit. I am going to send you all or publicly post a survey. I do need to know where you came from, especially if you spent some nights in Mooresville, how you spent them at a hotel, a campsite, a VRBO. So please be on the lookout for an email from me through TourneyX, and it'll have a link to a survey. And I'd really appreciate it if you were able to fill that out. We are on Lake Kiowee on February 18th for the opening of the Western Division. Western Division, but we're fishing in South Carolina. It's a mountain lake. The Western Division is brought to us by Big Adventures this year. They're excited to have 4 trail events in the mountains. Fontana, James, Huey, and then what we're calling the Mountain Mix-Up. It's an open water event. Each of those events will pay $1,000. If you're not looking to make a run in a mountain division, you can still come fish any of those events and still go home with the $1,000 first place prize. No extra membership required, just show up and go fishing. And then March 4th, we're back on the Yadkin. We're a little earlier this year. I'm expecting some huge bags on the Yadkin for a little pre-spawn action at Rock Outdoors. And then we finally open the Southern Division on Murray. So I know things typed up on social media have been slightly confusing about how to qualify here, what's going to roll down there. We're in the same room. I'm in no rush. So if you have questions about anything, division, payout, anything like that, come see me before you leave, and we'll make sure you leave here feeling fully confident. Does anybody have any questions or comments before we sign off? All right, as he hit it, Facebook, StreamYard, thanks for watching. Again, I'd love for you guys to take some selfies, get some group